Graham Compton on. I don't know what episode this is. What's up, Graham?
What's up, buddy? How you doing this evening?
First ever doing a podcast?
Ever. First one ever.
Let's get to know Graham. Where are you from?
Man, went to St. Martin High School. I was actually born in Flowood, and I'm adopted. And my mom and dad came and got me when I was 3 days old and brought me back to the coast. My mom and dad's family, they've been on the coast for about 150 years.
Okay, so have you met your original family?
No, I think she just got pregnant when I was, or when she was in high school, really, really young, so I didn't really care about it. These are my parents, man. I've always known them.
Yeah. So did you, so you went to St. Martin East?
No, I actually went to St. Alphonsus, 1st through 5th grade. And then after 5th grade, I went left and went to St. Martin Middle School, and then graduated from St. Martin.
What year was that?
2009.
Well, let's get into a little bit about the pressure washing world.
It's a world for sure, man. A lot of ups, a lot of downs. I actually started 2001. I first launched. I was kind of part-time back when I was running a boat offshore, and kind of started washing part-time in between my hitches, running a boat. And man, it's just snowballed and blown up into something really huge, full-time job.
So what? All right. So running a boat. What are you talking about running a boat?
So I was running a crew boat for a dredge line. They would service a dredge, and I was bringing the workers back and forth to the dredge from the dock. And it was a 38-foot aluminum boat with twin 300 Suzukis on it. And it was cool. I was just being gone so much, and I kept looking at my watch the whole time I was home, and that's not how I wanted to live my life.
Did you have to get a captain's license?
Yeah, I've had my 100-ton going on 10 years now. 2016 is when I got it, so 10 years. Right after I got out of the Marine Corps, I got it.
Damn, pretty good, fast money.
It's cool when it's cool, but when it's not, it's like the whole reason with the dredge line that I kind of wanted to give it up is the people. Like, you just have the bottom of the barrel people. They don't care about like rules or anything. Like, I'd be running the boat in the middle of the night and they'd be on their cell phones with all kinds of light and stuff shining in the cabin. Just really kind of disrespectful people when it comes to that. And I was just ready to hang it up. I mean, before that, I was ready to start charter fishing full time, like during COVID, before I started washing. And I was ready to go build a boat and everything and spend $300,000. And I was like, hold up, let's wait a minute here. During COVID, everybody wanted everything clean. So I thought, how can I capitalize on this? I mean, yeah, everybody wanted to be outside, but everybody was so scared of everything, So I started doing this, and it's just taken off, and I'm really happy with what I do now.
Is it mainly boats, or are you doing homes?
For what? For washing?
Yeah.
No, so it's I don't do any boats doing that. It's only houses, residential, and then commercial as well. I do a lot of big commercial stuff.
You've never done a boat though?
No. I mean, I've cleaned boats, like my personal boats, but I've never actually washed a boat for a client.
That used to be that's a pretty big business too, right?
It is. A lot of guys, cleaning fiberglass, and, they put the wet sand on it, and then they do the, what's it called? With the polish, the ceramic coating on it. That's really big too.
Yeah, Brandon Bailey used to do some of that.
Yeah, one of my cousins, they used to own a marine detail company, and he sold it since.
Brandon would do it at Pelican Point.
Yeah, with Michael B.
Yeah, I used to go. I think I helped him a few times. It's a lot of work when you get in them boats.
It is, man. There's so many nooks and crannies and crevices, and squid juice don't care, pokey blood don't care where it goes. But if it's not cleaned, you're gonna know.
In the Marine Corps?
5 years.
Did you like it?
Flying was cool. But man, there's so much red tape with that.
Wait a minute, flying?
Yeah, I started out as an avionics technician, and then got my wings, and then I was a crew chief in the back of a Huey. So I was flying on the 50 cal and the 240 machine gun. It was pretty cool.
What made you not want to go the 20 years?
I mean, I miss this place. I miss fishing and being able to go to Horn Island and my friends, and I knew one day I wanted to have a family, and just staying in the military for 20 years, no matter what branch, in my opinion, just really conducive to that kind of family lifestyle, moving around so much, and I just wanted to be back here and plant roots here.
Where were you at?
So we went to boot camp, so everybody that's on the east side of the Mississippi River, they go to Parris Island, South Carolina. Everybody on the west side of the river, goes to Marine Corps Recruit Depot, and that's in San Diego. From there, I went to MCT, Marine Combat Training. That's in Camp Geiger, North Carolina. And then I was actually stationed in Cherry Point, North Carolina, which is like right down the street from MCT.
Yeah, it's kind of fascinating. I didn't know you did all that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we were talking about you coming on. It's been back and forth over a couple of years, right?
Yeah, I'm finally happy we got to do it.
I've been taking a break. I've been on blood pressure medication and laying low, taking a little, just taking a little time from not podcasts, and I've been desk scrolling and got to watch the UFC. I just been laying low, man. I've been hopping in bed about 8:30.
That's good for your health.
Yeah,
Taking it easy and, not putting that strain on your body.
Well, that's what I mean. Oliver's been sleeping in the bedroom with me, and we've been kind of having our little. He's just hanging out, and it was nice to take a little break, and it's kind of hard to get. Like I was telling you, it's kind of hard to get back into the
swing of things.
Yeah, just do I want to turn the camera back on?
Yeah.
Do I want to turn the mic on? And it's been about I think the last one I did was Keating Helms.
Yeah. I saw that one.
He did barbecue, and
that was a deep dive, man. He gave all kinds of information on the barbecue world I had no idea about.
I think people that are passionate about stuff like that, or anything, if you're passionate about, you probably do more soft wash, don't you?
Yeah, man, that's the only way we wash houses is soft wash. We don't put any kind of high
geek out
pressure.
on chemicals?
Yes.
I mean, what kind of chemicals are you using?
So any professional in this industry is going to use the main chemical, sodium hypochlorite, chlorine, bleach, whatever you want to call it. And what you're doing is you're mixing that with water and soap and applying it to the right ratio on the house to where it kills the mold and the mildew but doesn't damage anything else. There's a really sciencey kind of thing to this. And if you do it wrong, you can really mess up property. And that's what I pride myself on in my business is property protection. Like when we go to a house, the first thing that we do is we cover up all the electrical outlets with tape. We cover the doorbells with tape, and that prevents anything from getting back there and frying outlets.
Have you ever fried any outlets?
Oh, absolutely. The first, I would say, year or so that I wasn't doing this, I just saw an exterior outlet. I was like, okay, it's water rated. It's not. Bro, there ain't nothing waterproof except water. And you would tape those outlets up and nothing gets behind them. But if you don't, you will know because you'll hear it's a very distinct pop when you fry one. And there's no guessing about it. It's gone. It's dead, toast. And then you got to replace it, have an electrician come out there, and that's like $150 a pop. You learn real quick to take care of people's property.
How long does it take? So you're doing, even if they have the outlet covers?
Yes, absolutely. So the thing is, the outlet cover is not where it gets in. It's these outlets that have like the black foam around the back of it. That's not watertight. So I put a double layer of tape there to really make sure no liquids get behind it.
What type of tape is this?
So it's called red stucco tape. It sticks to brick. It sticks to stucco. Anything. It's awesome tape. It's awesome. I keep probably 4 or 5 rolls of it on the truck. I never run out. And then I buy it once a year. I spend $150 on this stuff for like 40 rolls. And I'll go through probably half of that, if not 3/4 in a season.
Well, so how are you getting business? Are you doing marketing? Are you just doing word of mouth?
It's a little bit of both. I would say the marketing I could probably improve on a little bit. A lot of this is word of mouth, and now I'm starting to get repeat clients. I've been doing this 4 years. I've had clients, probably 10 or 12 clients that I've washed their houses, 4 or 5 years in a row now, and they call me. I'm their go-to guy. I go to Orange Beach, Metairie, a lot of stuff around here, and it's cool that people trust you enough every year to call you to come do and work on their home. Man, your home's your castle. That's not where you want to cut corners, and I'm just grateful that people pick me to do that for them every year.
So how often do you go to Metairie?
I think I've got probably 3 or 4 clients over there that have, live in really nice subdivisions that, I do their house once a year. Some of them, I would do a lot of work in what I call New Baton Rouge, and that's Bay St. Louis. Everybody over there has a house from either New Orleans or Baton Rouge, and they're just camp houses. They just come down there to hang out every weekend, And that's how I started, is doing their houses there in the Bay in the past. And then I would go over to New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and do their houses over there because they like my work.
Yeah, I mean, Bay St. Louis I mean, Diamond Head too. They're all, I mean, it's mainly owned by New Orleans.
It's transplants, bro. New Baton Rouge is what I call that whole area, like from Bay St. Louis, Diamond Head, Pascrest Jan, and I would say the predominant homeowners over there, like you said, from over there.
Oh, wait, I gotta get me
You're a Zinner, huh?
Velo.
I don't have a name for that one yet. I've never seen that.
The Velos. Well, I like it because it has like a little. I could throw my things away.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that because like Zens don't have that, and I don't like throwing Zens on the ground.
That's true. That's nice.
They're always
conscious of the environment.
Yeah, I just don't like throwing trash on the ground. So yeah, Velo is the way to go right now.
Shout out Velo.
Noble, because I have my cannabis license, my card. They're supposed to be coming out with a cannabis pouch. So that's gonna be good.
Just like that, you just put it in your mouth and absorb it.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
That's gangster.
Yeah, I don't smoke a lot, but when I do, I mean, I have it. I was thinking this the other day, I probably take about 10 puffs a day now.
I've never tried it. I can't stand the smell of it. People have always tried to get me to do it. I can't get past the smell. I'm just like, bleh. That and a cigarette smoke, I can't stand it. But hey, man, if you want to do it, cool, man.
Yeah,
no judgment.
I mean, I don't ever offer anything to anybody. So you big into podcast listening?
I am. Yours is pretty cool. And then there's a few guys that I listen to on YouTube. They were in the Marine Corps, like special warfare guys. That's really cool. A lot of washers. I like that too. They have some washers in our industry that have pretty big podcasts. And man, that's really how I got started. I was just sitting on the crew boat one day, and I thought, an ad came across, and I thought, man, that's pretty cool. Let's give that a listen. And I started listening to it. I said, man, there's got to be some money to be made with this. And then I started researching equipment and processes and everything that goes into making a business. And I was like, bro, I can do this. And so I kind of started putting together my first trailer, built my first trailer myself, and went from there.
Does your trailer have its own water, or do you hook up to people's water?
So I have a 525-gallon buffer tank on my trailer. And the first thing you do is when you go to a customer's house, you let them know that you're there and you hook up to their water supply. So their water keeps your tank fed for your machines. So you always use the customer's water. Like everybody who's a professional in this industry is going to have a buffer tank. And that's your main water tank. And you're constantly replenishing that. Once you hook it up to the house, you turn it on and leave it on until you leave.
How often do people say, no, you can't use my water?
Never, or I don't wash.
You've had that situation?
I haven't had it yet, but I'm just, if they're pinching pennies like that, I mean, that's the thing people don't understand. You're charged by the thousands of gallons of water. You're not charged by the single gallon. When an average house wash for me is anywhere between 500 to 1,000 gallons of water. So we're talking, you might see $1 or $2 increase on your bill. It's nothing, extravagant that people are thinking.
How hard is it to build your own setup?
My trailer's pretty complicated, man. I pride myself on equipment. I think I've got the nicest equipment on the coast. I've built it. I'm proud of it. I wired it. I plumbed it. I bolted everything on there. I designed it. Man, it's not hard if you have kind of a background where you're used to using tools. Every day I grew up using tools. The Marine Corps helped with that, kind of with some processes with the 12-volt electrical side of things. The plumbing's pretty straightforward. Man, you can learn anything you want to do off of YouTube. You really can. And as long as you put in the time and the effort to do that and do it the right way, you'll be fine.
What type of machine are you using, like a hot water machine?
Man, I've got it all. I've got two 10-gallon-a-minute machines, one 10-gallon-a-minute at 3,000 PSI, a 12-gallon-a-minute at 3,000 PSI, a 12-gallon-a-minute burner. And then I just recently bought something called the MoFlow. And what that is that's 14 gallons a minute at 500 PSI for soft wash. I can shoot like 70 feet from the ground and apply chemical and rinse.
How long does it take you to do a 2,500 square foot house?
I would say 2,500 square foot, just the house wash with property protection, an hour in and out.
And driveway?
Add the driveway, maybe an extra 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Do you have one of them big circle?
Yeah, it's called a surface cleaner, and it's got to be paired right to your machine. So I have a 26-inch surface cleaner, and I put that on my 12-gallon-a-minute machine, and you can fly. You can absolutely fly with it.
Pretty heavy machine.
Yeah, well, the surface cleaner probably weighs maybe 30, 40 pounds.
Where do you get all these supplies at if you're getting into this industry? Like, you're not buying it off Amazon, are you?
No, I mean, you can. There's certain stuff you can get off of Amazon, but vendors are everything. Just like with any other industry that, you use tools and stuff for, there's good vendors and there's bad vendors. I like a few vendors that I started with, like during COVID, I literally drove there from Florida, and Miss Lori Smith with Pressure Washer Products, she literally built my equipment in a box for me and said, this is what you need to succeed. Go bolt it to your trailer and go work. There's so many good people in this industry, and then there's not. It's just, unfortunately, it's one of those things that you just kind of have to feel out.
What's that 3,000 PSI machine run? I'm just curious.
The belt or gear driven, you can probably get that in between $4,000 and $5,000, and it comes on a skid to where all you have to do is drill holes and bolt it to your trailer.
What is there a lot of what would you prefer, gear or belt?
I like belt. It seems there's, I don't know. All I have is belt. That's all I came up with. I mean, I would probably try gear just to see. But as far as the maintenance, you're checking your belt, once a week, make sure the tension's good, nothing's frayed, oil changes on the pump, oil changes on the engine. I'm not like a master mechanic. I can do basic maintenance. But another thing with this industry is you have to know your limitations. And that comes with work or maintenance. Like, I'm not going to go try to rebuild my head on my engine because I don't know how to do that. I'm going to take it to somebody who does. And the same thing when it comes to jobs. If I feel like something is just way too big or I don't have the knowledge or the skill set to do, I'm not going to go quote that job and get myself in a bind.
So you run two machines just in case one breaks?
Well, so one machine is the 10-gallon a minute. I use that for downstreaming. What that is where you can pull chemical out of your tank with a downstream injector with the Venturi effect, and the chemical is actually picked up going through your tube, and it hits the injector, and then the force of the water being pushed out pulls the chemical from the tank to do that.
There's so much in this pressure washing world. That's why I was like, when you come on, what are we going to talk about? I mean,
bro, we could sit here for hours and do this. People think we just spray water, and that could not be further from the truth.
And it's not, y'all not running heavy sprays. It's a soft wash.
Soft wash. So a normal house wash is, depending on how nasty it is anywhere between 1% to 3%. So if you're doing like a vinyl-sided home that's nasty with green algae and mold, I usually bump it up to about 1.5% to 2% because I don't like to wait around. I like to hit it and be able to rinse it off and go. We actually did a house on a Channel Drive on the Biloxi Gulfport line, and it had like orange stuff growing off of it, and I had to turn the dial way up to like a 6% mix and babysit it, spray it, wait for it, spray it again. Like, some houses are just nasty, and you got to use a hotter mix with. A hotter mix is what we refer to stronger chemical.
How long does one of these machines run? Like, because, I mean, it's a high RPM machine, right?
Thousands of hours if you take care of it. Thousands of hours.
How often do you have to change the oil? I
change mine probably every 100 hours in the pump and the engine. The soft wash machine, I try to do it like at every 50. Just because it's having chlorine run through it, and I don't ever want water in my pump or my seals to be compromised. I mean, an oil change takes 10 minutes and, a gallon of oil. There's no reason not to do it.
All right. So let's get into fishing. You said you're about to get you a boat.
I don't know. I was during COVID. I don't know. Life's so complicated now, man, with a fiance and 3 kids. And it's just, I would love to go build a custom boat, but I need to get married first, take care of that, and then we can start looking at a custom boat to go build.
What kind of boat are you trying to build?
Man, I really like, it's called a Young Gulf Shore 26. It's kind of like a bay hybrid, and put twin 300 Yamahas on it, maybe a stand-through tower. Man, fishing's cool, but what I really like doing is running like to Orange Beach for the weekend, or Destin for the weekend. Have the family load up, take the car, you go over there. There's so much peace and solace just going on a boat ride by yourself, blaring Boosie, blaring any...
Blaring Boosie.
I mean, we setting it off, you heard me?
How long's the drive? How long's the boat ride from here to Gulf Shores?
I mean, if you're doing 45 knots in the ICW, that's probably 2 hours.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. My buddy Trey's big into boats. I rarely get on boats.
Really?
Yeah, rarely.
With your last name?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I know. Luke's big into the boat world, but
Shout out my best friend, one of my best friends, Luke Jourdan.
yeah, he's big into the boat scene. Man, I think I'll do 4th of July. I'll go out to Ship Island with Oliver.
Yeah.
But I don't really get out on the boats.
He actually just did some work for me. He's so talented, man. It's pretty cool to have one of your best friends be able to weld. He'd be a good one to have on the show.
I'm gonna get him on. What type of welding did he do for you?
So I added a window cleaning unit to my trailer, and what that is, it's called Pure Water, and it has 3 filters on it, and it filters out all kinds of contaminants. It's got a charcoal filter, it's got a chloramine filter on it, and then after all that, it passes through what's called a reverse osmosis, and so it dries on the windows clear, like there's no streaks. And he actually welded a bracket for me, so it wouldn't bounce or anything on the trailer. So now it's locked in.
What's the weight of that trailer? That's what It's got to be a double axle, huh?
Yeah, so actually Sport Trail built it. Sport Trail builds boat trailers for like Yellowfin and Freeman, like the baddest of the baddest. And I went to them and I said, yo, I need a football field that rolls. They said, roger that, cat, we got you. And it's 16 by 9. It's huge, but loaded, ready to wash, full of water. It's rare I travel with a lot of water, but sometimes you have to. Like if you're going to wash a house on well water, I always try to keep the tank full because you never know with those well systems. That's one of the questions I always ask when I go quote a job. Hey, are you on well water? But loaded, ready to wash, anywhere between 10 to 12K.
And you're pulling it with your truck right there?
No. I have a 2500 Cummins, deleted Cummins that I pull it with. That's a monster too.
Delete it?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
What year is that?
2018, the last good year they made that truck.
It's a 4-door?
Yes.
You take the bed off the back of it?
No, it's not a flatbed. A flatbed would be cool to have, though. I think if I ever do grow, there's certain applications where I would love to have a flatbed, like for a parking garage. I think a flatbed's the way to go. You don't have to pull a trailer in there, but if you can put a 750 gallons of water on there, because when you're doing parking garages, you really don't have to soft wash a lot. You just need water, and then you need a surface cleaner or like a big ride-on surface cleaner. They have surface cleaners now where they're lawnmowers that they have like a 6-foot deck under. That's like the big circle you were talking about, a surface cleaner, and it just cuts a 6-foot swath down the parking garage. It's just gangster to see, bro. If you've never seen it.
You got so addicted to now you're in the science of it now.
Well, I mean, you have to be in the science of it when you start. Otherwise, it goes back to property protection, or you will destroy somebody's property.
How'd you learn how to start bidding on houses?
A lot of it's trial and error. You got to look at your market. It's market dependent too. I couldn't go out into rural Mississippi and quote some of these houses the way I'm quoting it. It just, I wouldn't get the business, Like if I went to rural Mississippi and quoted it the same price as a beach house here on the coast, you're not going to get that job. It's not sticking people for more money, but there's a lot to this when it comes to property protection. I know I've said that like 3 or 4 times, but I'm so big on protecting people's property because that's your investment. How would you feel if somebody came to your house and destroyed something you own and then didn't make it right? I don't run my company like that.
And then you start moving in. You were telling me you're doing some commercial stuff.
Yeah, we've been doing some commercial stuff, but I think the most recent project we just did is we actually helped wash the LSU School of Dentistry there in New Orleans, and I don't think that thing's washed since it's been built. And that was a pretty cool project. Last year, we did 190 Starbucks in 45 days. We did all the drive-thrus in them. Every Starbucks in the state of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and the Panhandle of Florida. That was wild.
In 90 days?
45.
45 days. And you said 190?
190 total. Yeah, we did the drive-thrus.
How'd you pull that off?
Friends, man. It's not what you know, it's who you know. I've got some friends in this industry who got the same contract, and, they felt so strongly about me. We were like, hey, bro, we want to bring you in on this. I said, for real? They said, yeah, you do good work. And, we kind of negotiated a price, and, they gave us an end date, a hard target date to be able to be done with everything. And it was, I think, 60 days we had to be done with everything, and we did it in 45. It was pretty cool.
You say you're doing, what, 3 a day?
No, we were doing probably in between 5 to 8 a night.
A night. It was nighttime cleaning.
Nighttime work, yeah.
Oh shit.
And that was like, we had to go and we had to move all the furniture out of the front patio. Bro, we had the cops called on us. People thought we were stealing furniture from Starbucks. And it's just, it was wild. It was a really cool learning experience.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely. If they call me right now, we'd go, yes.
Starbucks, and then how big was the LSU? If you remember,
That was 4 nights of being in a 130-foot boom lift, and it was nasty. It's like a concrete building. If you ever see it and you drive past 610, it's right there, and it looks so much better now. That was 4 nights in a boom lift.
If somebody was trying to get into this pressure washing world, what kind of advice would you give them?
Do your research. I mean, do your research. That's the best thing I can do. Get on YouTube. There's no way that you can't be in this industry and not be hands-on with your equipment. You have to take care of your equipment. You have to take care of your customers. You have to know when that your bid is not going to fly. And by that means, like what I was telling you about earlier, is don't get yourself in a situation that you have no business washing this building and go bid it anyway and then try to figure it out. Because that looks bad on washers. When you get in that building and you don't have the equipment to do it and you can't finish it, well, that puts the customer at a disadvantage. That puts you at a disadvantage. And then it kind of gives everybody in the industry a bad name.
What about how about gas stations?
I've done a few gas stations. They have a few guys in this industry. That's all they do. And they might do 300 or 400 a year. And that's literally all they do is gas stations.
It's a whole different prep, ain't it?
It's a lot of degreaser is what it is. Degreaser, multiple hot water machines. Some states, you got to worry about runoff with the water laws. It can't just go in the drain. A lot of it's reclaim that you have to suck up. There's a lot to it.
How many did you do?
I think gas stations total I've done, like, when I say not a lot, I mean like 5 or 6, maybe.
Around here?
Yeah, there was a couple in Pascagoula that I did. And then there's a couple in Biloxi. So like maybe 4 total.
Oh, do they have to get it done? If there's like a certain law that makes them...
No, it's just the owners, If people are there every day, they want to keep it looking good, for customers. They don't want a bunch of gum all over the ground. They don't want a bunch of nasty, greasy stains on the ground. So if people care about their property, they'll try to keep it up and have it done maybe once a quarter. Some people do it once a month if they're really, serious about it.
Is there any other businesses that you're involved in besides pressure washing?
No, just this. I'm really focused on this. I mean, I would love to fish, later on in my career, but washing is just, I love washing. I really do. And, it drives me. It pushes me every day. I'm solo again. I don't have any help anymore. He left a couple weeks ago, probably about a month ago. And that's the thing about my trailer. I have so much equipment on there, professional equipment. Like tomorrow, I'm going to do a condo that I can go do by myself because of the equipment that I have. After that, I have an apartment complex that I'm doing after that the next day that I can go do by myself. Like, equipment, in my opinion, is everything in this industry.
How long does it take you to do a condo?
It was actually Camellia Point right there in Ocean Springs on Highway 90, and I washed that in 2 days, well, 1 day, and then tomorrow we're going back to do the gutter cleaning on it.
So
65 foot up in the air, shooting it from the ground. That's gangster.
you have to get a boom.
So some jobs I do, some jobs you have to get a boom lift, or a lot of people are getting into drone washing too. Those drone washing setups are like 30 grand. You have to have the work to be able to go do that. I'm not just gonna go drop 30 grand on a drone if I don't have the work to support it.
How often so when you do these apartments, do you call in and get you a boom?
No, apartments I can do from the ground. They're 3 stories tops. I can shoot all that from the ground.
Oh. Now are you doing their porches too?
Porches usually aren't included in that price because they're just so hard to get to. There's no way you can get on a 3rd story porch and guarantee it to get clean like it should. Porches usually aren't in the quote, but I do quote the breezeways. It's all about the property manager, what they want. Some property managers are very descriptive in what they want, and they'll tell you straight up. But like the one that I'm doing Thursday, the breezeways are included. So what I do is I get a string line and I throw it from the 3rd story balcony, and I'll pull my gun up, and I can wash up there and rinse. because my chemical application, it's all on a remote system. So I can turn chemical on and off with a remote. Apply chemical, turn it off, flush the line, and then I can rinse what I just did. I'll drop it down to the next deck, turn the chemical on, prime the line with chlorine, wash that, rinse that. So there's no walking down back to the trailer to change my mix.
Oh, snap. So this is kind of got some science behind it.
It's all about what can you do to make your life easier and more efficient.
Yeah. I know very little. I know very little about the pressure washing world. I know that it's becoming a big thing.
It's becoming very saturated, in my opinion. I think I got in it just in the right time to where I could establish, a business and a clientele. But man, there's people doing house washes now for $150, $200. Like, that's dirt cheap. I'm here to make money, not pay bills. And at $200 a house wash, you just can't be profitable. There's insurance, non-ethanol, diesel, everything that goes into running a business. You just can't do that charging $200 for a house wash.
What's the minimum that you operate at normally?
That Cummins doesn't crank for less than 400.
Really?
Yes.
400.
400.
And that's your minimum.
That's my minimum. Yes. But I mean, that's like a cookie cutter house for me. That's like a 15 or 1800 square foot house that I can do in an hour.
How many houses do you try to set yourself up to do a week?
So if I've got help, like when I had my full-time employee, you could go knock out stuff because he'd been with me for a year, and we had it dialed in. Like we could go do 2 monsters, maybe 3 monsters in a day. When I say monsters, I'm talking like 4,500 square foot houses. But now by myself, I try to minimize the workload a little bit. That way I'm not getting burned out. I would say I could probably do 5 cookie cutters a day. Like, in those D.R. Horton, DSLD subdivisions, that's what I consider a cookie cutter. Something that's a perfect square, gate access. It's literally just walking around. That's what I consider a cookie cutter. I could probably do 5 of those a day.
Do you do a lot of, new constructions?
Yeah, so we actually just did a new construction cleanup on a church in Daphne, and they had 8,800 square feet of red clay removal that we had to lay down a chemical and then push all the red clay off. It was pretty cool.
How'd you get that job?
So I have friends that are in the construction industry, and they have, these post-construction cleanups that they need done. And they want good work done. Whether I'm their friend or not, they want a fair price and they want a good job. So one of them tried me out, and they like my work, and they just continually giving me these bigger jobs, bigger jobs, bigger jobs.
So right now, do you have 2 weeks of work?
Yes.
That's how you kind of keep your books?
Yeah, I would say, man, it's so up and down in this industry. Man, there's some weeks where you won't get a phone call, and then the next week you'll get 20 phone calls. It's just, even now, I've been in this for 4 years full time. There's so many ups and downs. You just have to stay consistent, keep your foot on the gas with marketing, and do good work. If you do trash work in any industry, you're not going to get good reviews. You're not going to get more repeat work. And that's really what I push myself on. I think I've got 160 Google 5-star reviews in 4 years. And that's my biggest thing. I tell people it's like a $100 tip. If you can hook me up with a Google review, I would really appreciate that. Because if you do trash work, you're not going to last. Because the first thing people want to know is, what kind of work do you do, and where do they go to find it? Google.
So you have a website?
Yes. www.gulfsoftwashing.com.
You get a lot of action on that website?
A little bit of traction. Most of it is just calls through what's called Google Guaranteed. I think we talked about that earlier. What that is Google actually makes you go through a verification process. They do background checks. You have to upload your insurance through that. And what it does for the customer is it guarantees them, I think, up to $2,000 if you make a mistake on their house and you don't pony up and pay for it. Google Guaranteed will actually cover that if you're verified. So it's pretty cool.
So, let's say how many jobs does Google give you a month?
10 to 15, I would say, and that's being, conservative. 10 to 15 jobs a month. A lot of them are just cold calls, or you have, repeat clients or clients that have, told their friends about you for referrals. It's really a mix.
Do you like doing the residential, or do you like doing the commercial?
The residential's cool, because that's your bread and butter. That, that's what you're doing every day. People, you're out there, you're out in the public, they see you, they see your wrap truck, they see your nice trailer. The commercial stuff is really nice in the wintertime. I say wintertime, bro. We wash 12 months a year here with our climate. You know that. Our climate is so awesome here. I mean, it's just like the Florida Gulf Coast. They wash 12 months a year. I mean, we're the Gulf Coast too. We wash 12 months out of the year.
Yeah, a lot of them houses on the water have to get done every year.
I have a friend in Orange Beach who's a spine surgeon. He wants his house done once a quarter.
Really?
No questions asked. Yes, you can go ahead and put me down for once a quarter. Yes.
How many of these beach houses do you do on the coast?
I've done a bunch of beach houses, a ton of camps in Bay St. Louis, Pascrest Jan. I actually did last week. I did my biggest house wash ever. It was 7,800 square feet on the beach in Pascrest Jan. It was a monster.
Customer liked it?
Oh, they loved it. They want me to go do their 10,000 square foot house in Baton Rouge. Another new Baton Rouge client.
This is interesting.
Come on.
No, this is interesting because, like I said, I do this podcast. I want to learn stuff, and it's fascinating to see how you just started a pressure washing business, built the trailer, and now you're getting repeat customers, and you build a business out of it.
Yeah, it's cool. I think the cherry on top was the Starbucks contract last year. That was when it really hit me like, dog, you did it. You've built a company now. And when I say company loosely because it's just me, it's just me. I have no desire to have 4 and 5 trucks on the road. I don't want that. I just want to be able, the dream boat one day for me is a 37 Freeman. If I can do this and buy a 37 Freeman and not have all the headaches, bro, I'm happy. I don't need to be making $2 and $3 million a year. Would it be cool? Yeah. More money, more problems though, right? And then when you start expanding like that, you've got workman's comp, you've got insurance on 4 or 5 different trucks, pieces of equipment, and it just I don't want to do that. I mean, yeah, I have ambition, but I want to see how far I can push this thing with me first. But I really don't want to expand to 4 or 5 trucks. I'm very happy where I am doing this. I'm comfortable. I can provide. Emily can stay at home with the kids, and I'm happy. We're happy.
Oh, she's stay at home.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you got to pressure wash then.
Yeah, I don't have a choice. I got to get out there and go wash, bro.
Rainy days mess you up a little bit?
If it's pouring, I'm not going to go do it, but like a light drizzle, I'll go wash. The thing about when it pours, though, 1, lightning, you have an aluminum trailer, not good. And then 2, and that was me. Hang on.
Okay. You can check it.
Silence that. We occupado. All right, there we go. But, yeah, if it's pouring down rain, I mean, you're just, it's washing off the chemical that you just applied on there. So then that's more money you got to spend or reapply. Pouring down, I'll do flat work, like in the rain, a little bit heavier than a drizzle. But if it's pouring down, I'm just not going to wash.
Right now, with the weather going on the next week or two.
Man, I've had to move so many jobs already, and I hate doing that. I hate calling customers. Like last week is what killed me because I try not to cancel a job until I'm on scene. Like, because the weatherman, I mean, they get it wrong most of the time anyway. So when I show up to a job, it has to be pouring, and I'll call the customer and be like, hey, look, I'm in your driveway. I can't do this. And that's just the way I roll. It is. I hate because I've called customers before and said, hey, it's pouring at my house. What's it look like over there? Well, it's pouring there, and then 10 minutes later, it'll clear, and it'll still be pouring at their house. And it's just... So I just try to be there unless it's like in, Pascrest Jan or Bay St. Louis. I'll call them and be like, hey, what's it look like at your house? But if it's in Biloxi, Gulfport, St. Martin, Diaville, we going.
Yeah. I mean, right now, they got like there's supposed to be like a tropic cyclone or whatever.
I saw that.
Coming from Texas.
Yeah. It was okay this morning. Like it kind of had a little bit of scatter, but then this afternoon it just turned into a ball of yellow and red on the radar. I was like, nah, hard pass.
Do you clean on Sundays?
If I'm behind in the schedule, I will, but I normally try not to schedule stuff on the weekend. The only time I'll schedule stuff on the weekend is if it's a commercial project, like a storefront that they're only, closed on the weekends. And I'll try to do it then just to kind of help them out. That way they don't have to, move their business hours.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so you kind of work on your own schedule. You got this thing down like a 9 to 5 almost.
Yeah, it's cool. I kind of abused it a little bit in the beginning. Like we would go do a house wash and then, hurry up and, come on, we got to go to the Nugget pool and go have some Tito's and waters with limes. And just, I was like, this is so cool, bro. This is what being an entrepreneur is all about. And then I kind of, you got to kind of grow from that a little bit and then, go back to being professional and do it, the right way.
Well, I think that happens with everybody. I mean, we all get in these slumps.
Yeah.
I think that's part of business. I mean, I've, doing insurance. Beginning of this week, I had quite a few quotes, got some stuff done. And that it comes in waves too with insurance. But the funny thing is I'll get kind of, like I said, in the last month, I kind of wanted to take it a little easy. I just wanted a little break.
I think that's needed, and I think running your own business, that's you have to focus yourself and make that time for that, because if you don't, nobody will, I'm not saying you got to go to the Golden Nugget pool and shut it down, but, like a little bit of R&R is needed.
Yeah, and it caught me. It caught me where I'm like, okay.
Had you hemmed up in a bind?
Well, I haven't been drinking. I don't know if I'll ever drink. That's something I was like thinking about, because as I get older, even one beer, I feel sluggish the next day.
Man, I've gotten to the point where I might drink a 6-pack a month, maybe, and that's pushing it. Like
in my 20s, I can take them down and feel great.
We was hurting the aluminum industry in our 20s, bro.
Now,
sure.
I mean, heck, I even try to do some of these NA beers and and I'll have like 2 or 3 of them, and just the same thing with the yeast or whatever.
I don't think I've ever had one of those.
They're not bad.
Really?
But you can only have a few. It's not like when you drink the NA beers versus a regular beer, you get that buzz, that liquid courage.
Yeah.
When you drink the NA ones, you get the beer taste, and you still get I feel beer in me.
I may have to experiment with that.
It ain't the ultras. I've done the ultras. I've done the Coronas. I think for me it was just working on getting my weight down.
Yeah.
That's something with having high blood pressure. I'm setting a goal that I want to be under 200.
That's a good one. Realistic too. That's important. Setting a realistic goal.
It's tough though, because I still like sour candies.
Ooh.
Junk food.
Ooh.
Before you got here, I ate some hot fries.
Well, we'll eat dinner and be like, "What you think about Bob's?" And I'm just like, "Oh no!" And then I'll get in the truck and go get Bob's.
Yeah. How often do you eat Bob's?
More than I should. Probably once or twice a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if I cut that out, I'll probably be all right. I actually just started going to the gym again with Nick and Alan's place at Talent. And lifting there, so that's been pretty cool. I feel an instant energy boost doing that after a couple weeks.
What, do you go in the morning or the evening?
Probably later at night, just coming home and being with the kids, seeing them. It's just easier for me just to go when I get home at night, probably like 8, 9 o'clock.
You'll go hit the gym for about an hour?
Yeah, I don't do the whole MMA thing yet. I don't think I'm in good enough shape to go do that, so I've been really working on trying to get in better shape to where I could kind of go start taking some kickboxing classes and just not be completely gassed.
Oh, you're going MMA with this?
Bro, I don't know.
Have they been trying to talk you into it?
Every day.
Every day?
Yes.
Has there been a lot of people there?
Yeah, there's a lot. I went there the other night at like midnight. I just couldn't sleep on a Saturday, and there was probably 15 people in there punching bags and throwing each other around in the ring.
Does it still have a gym, or is it moving more into MMA gym?
Both. Like, they have a full gym on the inside. He's got a cooler with meals there with protein shakes, and then he's got kind of the HIIT stuff, the high intensity stuff outside.
Yeah, I used to be a member there. Now I'm at Club 4 because it's close to the house.
That's right on Cowan right there.
It's right here. Yeah. It's $10 a month, and it's right here.
I quoted them. They didn't like my price.
They didn't?
It's a funny story. They had a guy in Jackson when we were doing the Starbucks up there, and he came over and was like, "Man, that's a really nice trailer," and started talking to us while we were washing Starbucks. And he ended up he got the contract for that one down here with I guess he knows the manager, the owner of Club 4 Fitness in Jackson. and he owns the one down here too. Just small world.
And didn't like your price, so it didn't happen.
Yeah. I really, man.
Are you using a software? Or are you doing it? How are you doing?
I go and look at every job in person, unless it's like
a repeat customer.
Yeah, that I've done before, or something that's like so small, 1,500 or 1,800 square foot. Well, I know that's going to be my minimum. And then, sorry, what'd you ask me?
No, about how, like, your software. Are you doing, like, how are you doing your bid sheets?
Oh, yeah, that's right. So I'll have it to where every job's different. Sometimes I'll go by the square footage. Sometimes I'll go by my hourly rate. You know, for me to be profitable in my industry, I need to be at $300 an hour when my machines are running. You know, that covers fuel, that covers insurance, everything.
Okay. Well, Graham, would you come on again? This is interesting.
Oh, bro, 100%. You let me know.
All right, guys. Well, go ahead and shout out your business.
Gulf Southwash, www.gulfsoftwashing.com. You can call me at 228-369-9363, and we'll get you cleaned up.
All right, guys, and had a good time on this podcast, and you'll see another podcast come out soon.